Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to use the random module in Python. So I'm going to show you some of the basics of random, because once you learn how to actually use the basics of random, the rest of it is just, you can just look at the random modules documentation on the internet or look these things up. Python comes with a standard library that contains many modules for tasks like working with date and time, the operating system, getting random values, passwords, and more. So we can reuse all these modules, so we can reuse the code from certain modules to be more productive and efficient. And if there's ever a module that does certain work for you, it's better to choose the module than to write your own code for the same task, because these modules are written by many people and are often contributed to, which makes them the best they can be. They're fast and reliable. If you ever want to see all the built-in modules, just search for Python 3 module index on the internet and go to the one that's at docs.python.org. And here you can see there's a lot of these modules. Nobody knows every single built-in module, so I can't show you every single one, but depending on what you specialize in, you'll have to learn about modules related to your niche. So while this is true, I'll still have videos on my channel about different Python modules, including this video, which is about the random module, so you should go check those other videos out if you want to learn about more. But some modules are very narrow, meaning they're only good for a specific niche, while others are broader scope, just like random, meaning they're used for many things. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the random module, which is what most people learn first, one of the first modules that people learn, because it's easy and it's interesting and it's broad. So as you know, it's already on your computer since they come with Python, so let's import random. Now let's just do a random function, right? So we could just print the output of random.random. You can use random's random function, which will give us a random value between 0 and 1. And now note that these values are actually pseudo-random. If you don't know what that means, don't really worry about it, but I know there's going to be somebody who tells me that it's not actually true randomness, it's pseudo-randomness, but we get close enough. This is a value from 0 to 1, but if we wanted to get a value from, for example, 1 to 100, we could change this to rand_int and pass in 1 and 100. So this could be from 1 all the way to 100, but no more than 100. So if I save this and run it, 13, 86, 17, 25, 36, 92, you get the point. And we can change this to 10 if we wanted as well. So just remove that last 0. We get 8, 6, 5, 9, 5, 1, 10. Another thing I want you to know is how to pick a random item from a list. So let's just have a list called fruits, which is what I always do when I'm teaching lists. I always make a list of fruits. And I do apple, let's do banana, let's also do watermelon, strawberry, and then grape. So with this, we can now just print a random value from this, so random choice, and then we will pass in the list that we want to pick a random value from, so all the fruits. This also works with tuples as well, and sets, I believe, and so we get apple, strawberry, watermelon, apple, strawberry, apple, watermelon, and yeah, so that's how you do the list one. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to make a heads or tails program, so like a flip a coin type thing. For this program, there's many ways to do it. Just like many things in programming, there are lots of ways to do things. So for example, let's say we wanted to flip a coin. First, we can write a program that picks from 1 to 2, and if it's 1, then it's heads, and if it's 2, then it is tails. So let's just do if random.randint, so we will say if a random value between 1 and 2 is equal to 1, then it is heads, so we'll print heads. And then if it's not, so else, tails. And there's only 2 possible outcomes for this, 1 and 2, so that's why it's safe for us to say else. So we can run this, you get the point. But a shorter way to do this is to actually create a tuple called coin, and set that to heads, and then also tails. The reason I'm not doing a list is because we're not going to edit the sides of a coin ever, so we'll just print random.choice and then coin. This is a faster way to do it. It's only in 2 different lines of code besides the random import, and yeah, so that's a shorter way to do it, and there's a lot of different ways to do these types of things. As you can see, there's a lot of great things to use this module for, and if you're liking how much you can do with just this module, think about the hundreds of built-in modules, and there are also even more, thousands of modules that you can use that aren't built into Python, but you can still install them, and that'll be for a later video on how to install those and use those. So I'll see you next time.